For those of you who do not know me, my name is David Rosenhaus, and I do a lot of things, and this is one of them. But I've had a really, really eclectic life, and about six or 7 years ago, I keep forgetting what the timeline is, I was living out in California, married, pursuing a career in acting, and but really working my business, web design, because I wasn't going anywhere with the acting. And I was standing on a bridge on an overpass over the Route 34, getting ready to jump. And if any of you have had a suicidal type experience, you know that it can be a little intense and life-changing. So that was sort of the big dramatic moment that propelled me onto a much more spiritual path, where and it wasn't just like overnight. I didn't yeah, Mary. It was, it wasn't just like, oh, the next day I woke up and had these great epiphanies and all of that. It was a very slow and sort of drawn out process, beginning with things like Louise Hay and Abraham Hicks and all those cool Hay House authors, and Wayne Dyer, and all those cool people. And I started just opening my mind and opening my heart and learning different things, and eventually ended up moving back to New Jersey, which is where I grew up. And I'm fairly sure I might be the only person in the world ever to leave California to find himself. And what I learned during this process is, as I said, more about my spiritual side and connecting with all the powers of the universe, which is really, really cool. But all of that stuff doesn't really do much if you can't put it into practical use. So one of the first things I did was, as I was starting to open up psychically and be aware of things like that, I started getting into tarot cards and oracle cards, and I actually created my own oracle deck. So I'm assuming all of you are familiar with the rock and roll oracle deck, or if not, you are now. And that is something that I designed and channeled all the messages, and I do readings with it and all that sort of stuff. And part of the other aspect of doing this, going through this journey and discovering who I am and what I'm meant to do here on this earth, what I've always wanted to do is help people. And throughout all the depression and all of the ups and downs and changes and all the crazy stuff, what I learned was that I was pretty much a happy guy underneath all that somehow, which I didn't understand, but I went through a lot of healing. And with Robin over here, who's my partner, she is also an amazing healer and did a lot of work on me. And through a lot of talking it out, we sort of came to the realization that what I'm about to show you tonight was things that I was already doing, but I wasn't doing it consciously. So even though I had all these powerful tools and was using them, I didn't think I had them, so I still felt depressed, I still felt stressed, I still felt dejected, I still felt all the crap that so many people feel. And what you're going to learn is that you have all these tools too already, and you're probably using most of them, but you're not doing it consciously, and so now you're going to do it consciously. And that's really the basis of what's going on.